So Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2, man, I gotta say, I feel like each time I play this game, I have a little bit more fun, like, each time I play. Like, each game session I have, it's a little bit more fun than the last. It's a fun game. It's cool. I still just think, like I said, it's like nothing amazing or like a must-play title how like others think it is. I don't think it's nothing like that, but it is fun and, you know, cool and like a cool game to play. You know, most of the server issues it had at one point have been kind of fixed. Like, you don't no longer have to worry about, hey, when I sign on this game, will I have to wait 5 hours to, you know, like actually get into the server and get past those server capacity messages. Again, my main thing that I'm kind of interested in is how they keep player interest with this game. Like in a month from now, in 2 months from now, in 3 months from now, will people still be playing Helldivers? Because I heard for Helldivers 1, like that game maxed out at like 7,000 players, and like this game has already like surpassed that junk like times 20. So I'm interested, like, as the game gets updates and stuff like that, will they be able to retain player interest and keep people engaged in playing Helldivers 2. But I gotta say, man, the success that Helldivers 2 has had so far, both on PC and PS5, it just continues to remind me of a glaring issue that I feel like Sony has still not addressed with PlayStation for years now. Now, we, again, like, I'm gonna be fair, we always be slandering Microsoft for like not having no games and no exclusives, and like these suckers can't do nothing right. I'm gonna call out issues that Sony has had for years as well. Like, I'm a fair, unbiased gamer, okay? That is what I am. One issue that has not been addressed on PlayStation for years now is these suckers' lack of good exclusive multiplayer games, especially shooters. Today, there is no more Killzone, there is no more Resistance, there is no more Uncharted, there is no more SOCOM. Hate to bring this junk up again, but Naughty Dog canceled freaking Factions 2, so there's no more of that. And when you look at the success of Helldivers 2 and how much people actually like this game, I'm sorry, I feel like this is Naughty Dog's biggest mistake. This is, trust me, this is not just going to be about Factions 2, but it's just like a constant reminder. Man, if they could have just an okay game like this be this successful on PlayStation, because PlayStation is so thirsty for good exclusive multiplayer shooters, you mean to tell me that they couldn't have done something with freaking Factions 2? On a PS5 in the state that exclusive multiplayer, hell, just exclusive games period, are on PlayStation right now? But let's move on past that. I feel like the whole entire reasoning, and I still personally, looking back and fast forwarding to today, I feel like this was one of Sony's biggest acquisition mistakes. No disrespect. No disrespect at all, but since Sony has acquired Bungie, what the hell has Bungie done for PlayStation? I mean, again, they got Destiny. No shade towards Destiny, because they have found a successful formula with that game, but Destiny 2 today, a lot of people don't really care about Destiny 2. It's really like the hardcore Destiny fans out there that still care about it. Yeah, they're still updating the game and stuff like that, but people ain't still thinking, oh man, I got to play Destiny 2 today like they used to. Marathon, I mean, that was supposed to be like a new IP that they working on. They showed the trailer for that like sometime, I don't know if it was last year or like the year before. From what I've heard, people that play tested the game said it wasn't really all that good. Sony acquired Bungie for what, like 3-point-something billion dollars? What has Bungie done? Look, again, no shade towards like if we talking old school Bungie, I ain't got nothing bad to say about these suckers. These suckers are responsible for my favorite FPS game of all freaking time. Okay, but current day Bungie, what are they doing to help the PlayStation brand? All they've done to me is be responsible for one of the only thing that they've done since Sony has acquired these suckers is say, hey, get that factions too. That ain't it. That ain't it. And they the whole reasoning that we ain't get this junk. If we gonna show Bethesda that same energy that we be showing on Microsoft with, you know, how they did Starfield and they spent 7 point something billion, and this is all Bethesda hasn't really done nothing to, you know, make people want to go out and buy Xboxes. We gotta show the same energy towards Bungie. We got to. This even goes back to when when Halo and Gears were in their prime. I remember at that time, like, Sony was trying to find an answer for like what Halo was doing, and like first it was supposed to be Killzone, which was dubbed the Halo Killer. Then it was Haze. Remember Haze? If Halo and Gears was still in their prime, Sony would still be looking for an answer to deal with those two games. It's only because those games started to I literally remember when Sony was looking for an answer to deal with Halo, with just people do not remember how big Halo used to be. Sony was literally scrambling looking for something. SOCOM, Killzone, Resistance, these were all games that they were trying to have like a shooting game to compete with essentially one title. And honestly, they never really found that answer. It's only because, again, those games started to just get worse. And there's something else that I've started to notice when it comes to the first party studios at Sony over the years. Mostly all of them are now all single player driven. From Naughty Dog to Santa Monica to Insomniac to Guerrilla Games to Sucker Punch. Like, they have the first party, you know, big first part, the big first party names, but they're all doing like single player driven games. That's like that's the thing. While the rise of single player, like great single player, you know, story driven games have gotten better, or I feel like single player games have been killing it for the past few years, like 5+ years. We've gotten great single player experiences. But the sacrifice of that is multiplayer games have probably gotten, especially shooters.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
One of the things that like people say about PlayStation games is they say that it has the Sony template. You know, those you know, walk and talk. What people call Sony games. It was like, oh, all of you doing Sony exclusive games is walk and talk, climb. And it's like, you know, freaking point and click games, whatever. I think that's freaking stupid, but I mean, a lot of Sony games, you know, that are story driven, you know, you kind of do know like what to, you know, like what the flavor is going to be, like how it's going to, you know, play and stuff like that. So there needs to be something, bro. And I'm not saying that this is like an easy, you know, job to do. Like, hey, just make something. Just make something and make it great. I'm sure this is not an easy thing to do. But I am saying in the past, y'all did have a lot more shooters than you have now. And again, if you got something like Helldivers 2 doing this, you could bring back something and it actually could, you know, help you guys out a lot. People have been asking for a SOCOM comeback since like, what, 2008 or 9, it feels like? Like, I ain't saying that that's the answer or nothing like that, but I mean, you still got people playing Siege. I don't know. But yeah, I really didn't know where I was going with this video. All I knew was I was going to talk a little bit about Helldivers, and then I was just going to get into what I really wanted to talk about, and it just ended up being this. But yeah, y'all let me know y'all thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. How do you view, you know, kind of like the multiplayer aspect of games right now, especially shooters, and on the side of PlayStation? What could PlayStation do? What games could they bring back to, you know, kind of, you know, help them in that department a little bit more, because they really don't have all that much. Again, we have to be fair. We have to be consistent. We cannot slander freaking Microsoft day in, day out for being just trash and having 0 games. And, you know, Sony has issues in different ways in the games department as well. We have to be fair. We have to be consistent, my brothers and sisters. That's one thing I will be. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Till my next video, my brothers and sisters. Catch y'all boys in my next one, all right?